it's Jasmine, your Vancouver, Washington Realtor extraordinaire. And if you and your partner are thinking about buying a home in the Pacific Northwest, especially here in Clark County, I'm here to help you navigate the process with clarity, teamwork, and way less stress. Buying a home is a big deal, but buying one together comes with its own unique set of questions and sometimes a few unexpected challenges. I've been through it myself, and I've helped other couples relocate and settle down here in Southwest Washington. And let me tell you, asking the right questions early on can make all the difference in how aligned, confident, and excited you both feel moving forward. Before we get into it, if you're planning to buy a home in Vancouver, Camas, Ridgefield, or even just starting to dream about it, I'd love to be your resource. You can call me, text me, email me, or fill out my buyer questionnaire linked below. It only takes a minute, and it helps me understand what matters most to both of you so I can guide you with real, honest advice. In this video, we're walking through 5 key questions I believe every couple should ask before they start house hunting in Clark County. These are the conversations that can save you stress, strengthen your connection, and keep you focused on what really matters. Not just the house, but the life you're building together. Remember, I'm always here if you want a second opinion, local insight, or just someone to bounce ideas off of. Let's get into it. When most people start house hunting as a couple, the first question that comes up is usually, how much house can we afford? But what you really want to ask is, what does this home mean for our finances as a team, now and in the future? Buying a home is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll make together. It's not just about how much mortgage you can get approved for, it's about how much you actually want to spend while still feeling comfortable with your lifestyle, your savings goals, your travel plans, your future family, or even your side hustles and businesses. In Clark County, the median sold home price as of June 2025 is $577,750, according to the latest RMLS market report. Homes in places like Camas often come in higher than that, while some neighborhoods in central Vancouver or Ridgefield may offer more budget-friendly options depending on your criteria. But I always tell my clients, just because the bank says you can spend that much doesn't mean you should. This is where alignment really matters. I've seen couples where one person is dreaming big, maybe a newer construction home with a big kitchen and a huge yard, while the other is focused on staying under a certain monthly payment or keeping enough in reserves for unexpected costs. Neither is wrong, but if you're not aligned, the stress of house hunting can create friction instead of excitement. Here's what I recommend. Sit down together and have a real, honest conversation about your total monthly comfort zone. Don't just include the mortgage, think about utilities, HOA dues, property taxes, and even how much you want to spend on furnishing your new space. Also ask yourselves, are you both okay putting this much down? Are you factoring in potential future income changes, like one of you going back to school, starting a family, or changing careers? These conversations might not be fun at first, but I promise you, they'll save you time, energy, and stress once we start looking. As your realtor, I can also connect you with a trusted local lender who can walk you through different loan scenarios, down payment assistance, or even how to keep your monthly payment lower without compromising on the house. When couples start dreaming about their first home, they often imagine the features: the big backyard, the soaking tub, the open kitchen with the island. But what they don't always talk about right away is how they plan to live day to day and whether their home and neighborhood will support that. So here's the big question. Are you both on the same page about how you want to spend your time? And does the area you're considering reflect that vision? In Clark County, lifestyle varies a lot depending on where you land. For example, if one of you is all about walkability, proximity to cafes, farmers markets, and being close to the action, you might be drawn to spots like downtown Vancouver, Esther Shore, or the Heights District, all of which are seeing new development, public investment, and a growing number of local businesses. But if you're looking for peace and quiet, bigger lots, and less traffic, areas like Philida, East Vancouver, or Ridgefield might be more your speed. And here's where alignment really matters. I've worked with couples where one person wanted to be right next to a vibrant city center, and the other dreamed of country roads and elbow room. Both are totally valid, but if those desires aren't discussed up front, you risk finding a home that makes one of you feel out of place. Beyond location, think about lifestyle logistics. Do you need a short commute to Portland? Are you both okay being farther out if it means more space or a better school district down the road? Are you hoping to host big family gatherings, or do you value privacy and quiet? Do you want a neighborhood with community events and a lot of social energy, or one that's tucked away and calm? The key here is to get specific. Talk about what your ideal weekend looks like. Where do you go? How do you relax? What kind of vibe makes you feel most at home? Because when you buy a house, you're not just investing in a structure, you're investing in a lifestyle. And as your agent, I can help match your budget to communities that reflect what you both really want, not just on paper, but in real life. Let's be honest, buying a home is emotional. Even if you're in sync as a couple, this process can bring up a lot of opinions about money, priorities, timing, even what home should look like. And that's totally normal. The real question is, how do you navigate those decisions together when your instincts don't align right away? I've seen couples fall in love with completely different homes. One might prioritize the charm of an older bungalow with character, while the other leans towards the low maintenance appeal of newer construction. One might want to move fast before interest rates go up again, while the other wants to take it slow and see more options. These moments can feel tense, especially when it feels like your dream home might be on the line. This is where communication styles and conflict resolution really come into play. Are you the type who wants to talk it out right away, or do you need space to think before sharing how you feel? Do you feel comfortable voicing your hesitations, or do you tend to go with the flow to avoid conflict? If you don't already know how you both respond under pressure, the home buying journey will show you, and that's not a bad thing. This is a chance to strengthen your dynamic, learn how to compromise, and grow your decision-making muscles as a team. And here's my job in all of this, to keep you grounded in your shared goals. That's why I always recommend we have a conversation up front about your non-negotiables and your nice-to-haves. What are the things you absolutely need in this home? What are the things you're flexible on? This creates a filter we can all come back to when emotions start running high or options feel overwhelming. Also, having a neutral third party, like me, can make those conversations easier. I'm not here to take sides. I'm here to ask the right questions, present your options clearly, and help you both feel informed and supported. At the end of the day, it's not about winning. It's about choosing the home that supports both of you and learning how to make big decisions with respect and clarity. This one's huge, and it's not just about how much you're pre-approved for. It's about understanding your true financial comfort zone as a couple and what trade-offs you're both willing or not willing to make. Let's start with the basics. Getting pre-approved tells you how much a lender is willing to let you borrow, but that doesn't always mean it's the right amount for your lifestyle, your stress levels, or your long-term plans. I've had couples come to me with a pre-approval of $700,000, but after we talked it through, they realized they were much more comfortable in the $600,000 range and ended up finding something they loved well within that. So the first thing I ask my clients is, what does your ideal monthly payment look like? Have you both sat down and looked at your overall budget? Does it still give you breathing room for travel, future kids, car expenses, or emergencies? Then there's the what are we willing to stretch for conversation. Would you go a little higher for a home that's move-in ready? Would you take on a renovation project if it meant staying in your preferred school zone? Are you okay with the longer commute if it gets you a better lot or layout? It's also important to think beyond the purchase price. In Clark County, and especially in cities like Camas, Ridgefield, and East Vancouver, property taxes, utilities, HOA fees, and commuting costs can vary significantly. Those are all monthly expenses that can add up fast. And if one of you is more detail-oriented about finances than the other, this is where good communication really counts. Everyone has a different money mindset, and when you're making a huge financial decision together, transparency is everything. Ultimately, finding your financial comfort zone is about creating peace, not just now, but years down the road. And as your agent, I'll help you explore all the options that fit your goals, not just your loan amount. My goal is to help you feel empowered, not pressured, and to make sure your home supports the lifestyle you're building, not the other way around. Here's the truth. No matter how carefully you plan, life will change. Jobs shift, family dynamics evolve. You might adopt a dog, start a family, go remote, or even decide to move again someday. And when you're buying a home together, it's important to think about how this place will support your next chapter, not just your current one. I always encourage my clients to talk about their timelines first. Are you seeing this home as a stepping stone for the next 3 to 5 years? Are you imagining raising a family here? Do you want to turn it into a rental later down the line? Knowing that helps guide the type of loan, the layout, the location, all of it. Because when your life shifts, you want your home to be able to shift with you. Now here's something that doesn't get talked about nearly enough, and I want to say this with love. Buying a home with someone is a huge emotional and financial commitment. You're legally tying yourselves to one of the biggest purchases of your life. So beyond just dreaming of where your couch will go or what kind of backsplash you want in the kitchen, you've got to ask the real questions. What happens if we lose a job? What if one of us wants to move sooner than the other? What if our relationship changes? Are we financially and emotionally ready for that kind of commitment? These are not fun questions, but they're smart ones. And having those conversations now builds trust, alignment, and clarity. In fact, I've had couples thank me later for encouraging them to talk things through before they ever signed a loan doc. In Vancouver and the surrounding areas like Ridgefield, Camas, and East Clark County, we're seeing more and more flexible homes that can adapt with your lifestyle. Things like bonus rooms, ADUs, home offices, even neighborhoods that are growing in value, all offer more options down the line if your life evolves. So think about this together. Are you buying a home just for today? Or are you trying to set yourselves up for the life you're building together? There's no one-size-fits-all answer, but asking the right questions now will give you peace later. And that's something every couple deserves. I know when my fiance and I bought our first home together, we had a lot of these same conversations. We'd already been through so many seasons of change, losing several loved ones, moving from Hawaii to Washington, adjusting to new jobs, a new environment, and just learning how to grow together. Buying our home wasn't just about the square footage or monthly payment. It was about building something solid, something that gave us a sense of stability even when everything around us felt new. And those deeper conversations we had, they helped us feel way more grounded and aligned. So if you and your partner are thinking about buying your first home, whether it's in Southwest Washington or Portland, Oregon, I'd love to be your guide through it. You don't have to figure all of this out alone. You can call me, text me, email me, or fill out my buyer questionnaire linked down below. It only takes a minute and it helps me understand exactly what you're looking for so I can support you with homes, neighborhoods, and resources that actually match the lifestyle you're trying to build together. Buying a home as a couple is a big deal, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. And I'd be truly honored to walk alongside you both as you step into this next chapter. Thanks so much for watching, and I'd love to know, if you're buying with a partner, what conversations have you already had? What's come up that surprised you? Drop a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!